nymphos.
Mm-hmm.
They can't get enough.
Right.
They always got a new man. They're always searching for something.
Mm-hmm.
And wherever a rest stop occurs, it always occurs on that that aggressive man that's gonna do the I guess the outlandish things that keeps them talking,
Right.
keeps that truth alive. The thing about truth is, and I want to touch on this for a second. You know, a lot of what we see and what we first learn, that's what we form as truth and what we believe in. Once you believe in something enough, you will fight to keep things that way.
And I'm glad that you said that because when you research the word truth, there's a difference between truth and reality. Reality is something you can't escape from. It's
Exactly.
what it already is.
Absolutely.
However, a truth can be formed by my opinion. I
Mm.
can say, for example, that all women are hoes, and I can say women. I can say to me, well, women got to be hoes because hoes get paid for what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you take them out to eat or whatever. You always paying them. That's what you do to a hoe.
Yeah.
So in a sense, in some ways, it can be true, but however, it's not reality. The reality is that there's a group of individuals that probably has to be a major percentage of women who have been conditioned and or accept the fact that in order for a man to get close to her, he got to pay for something because that's what's been dictated.
Yeah.
It's true, but it's not reality because truth can always change. You know.
Person to person.
Right.
Right. And so going along with that, with fighting for it, this is to the young men. If you meeting up with a sister and everything, and she's holding on to these truths, don't be so misguided to overlook the obvious.
Right. So in essence, going along with our sisters, the first thing, and let me touch back on this, the first thing that she should do, regardless of anything else, is to research in her mind and within her soul what she think a man is, or what
Mm-hmm.
she think or feels that she should be with when it comes to dealing with a man. Number one, especially from this perspective, dealing with past, um, past experiences with family. Now, those same things can translate to the day today, like say for instance, I feel that one of the reasons too why women or the quality of men that some women are choosing are not of the highest quality is because they're not allowing themselves to have the ability or to embrace the ability to get to know a person for who they really are.
Mm-hmm.
And this goes into when a woman feels as though that she got to give it up quick in order to keep somebody around her. There's something that she is seeing in her past. As with all things we do, there's something in our past that propels us to do what we do in the present and the immediate future if we don't change. And when you got a sister who feels as though that she has to give it up quickly within a couple of days to a week or so to keep this man around, then she's also allowing herself to be put into another prison because now her relationship or her interaction with this man is probably going to be more so determined on how much ass she give up.
And that brings into another aspect I want to touch on, and that's the expectations and obligations.
Mm-hmm.
Because with expectations, every man and every woman have their own set of expectations that they expect of the person they're going to be with.
Mm-hmm.
What I would suggest to anybody, go back and see what really works for you.
Okay.
First learn you, and then see what's going to work for you.
Because there ain't nothing gonna work until you know who you are first.
And then with the obligations,
Mm-hmm.
I think we're too lenient. I think everybody's too lenient. We are pretty much saying, okay, well, I'm gonna be obligated to this person, and I'm gonna go all out, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna set myself on the back burner, and then back to expectation, expecting something out of it,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Only because I'm doing all of this, putting forth all of this particular energy towards this individual.
and what we have to realize is that that's not always the case. You're not always gonna get the big return by going all out
Yeah.
and throwing yourself on the line because I've seen plenty of sisters. they went and hooked up with a brother, gave it up, who 2 3 days, and it was all over. And the dude was like, "Okay, well, see you."
Right.
She's like, "Well, I gave you all of this, and I gave you all of that." But what a lot of you sisters are not realizing is the fact that you are really putting yourself in a different light, a different perspective than what you think you're looking like. You're starting to look like whores
Mm-hmm.
and not like potential wives.
Right.
To
Exactly. Because it's like this. For any other sisters who listening to this, you're gonna have to accept and realize. First off, it's been said a lot, and especially in the media, because you and I heard this shit when we were coming up,
yeah.
that women are 2 years more mature or smarter or whatever than men are. I think that's changed. And the reason why I think is that I feel that it's changed is because there are some brothers out here deliberately participating in the game just to fuck her.
Exactly.
The sisters, men are not as stupid as you think. Now, this is what you got to wonder. If you're the sister that's giving it up too quick, this is the first thing you got to wonder that he's thinking. Who else she done gave it up that quick to?
Exactly.
And he may not say it in your face because at the time he's enjoying getting the pussy and he don't want nothing to take it away from him unless he is the one, you know, kicking you to the curb. He's not going to say it in your face, but he is wondering who else is she giving it to like that.
Not only that, he's talking to his boys and older male role models and getting that advice
right
about the whole situation and figuring you out, and you don't even know.
Exactly. We sitting there like scientists because we've done it ourselves when it comes to the women that we dealt with, and we'll sit there like two mad scientists and dissect, and we'll dissect everything. Well, she said this that way. Oh no, bruh. No. When they say it that way, that means we sitting there dissecting it. So just like y'all sisters do that, we do it too. We're doing it too. And so the first thing an older man will tell a young cat, yo, dude, that's a hoe. You might want to lean back from her. Okay? Now, even though your intentions is not to be a hoe, but that's what we're thinking. That's exactly what we're thinking. So just as quick as it starts, it ends. Okay? So, when you're getting to know someone, and like I've learned through studying, metaphysics, especially that of the I Ching, Chinese philosophy, it teaches that with every change in nature, there is a process that change comes by. Just like when we're going from night to day, we don't go from night 1 minute and then we open our eyes and it's day. It appears like that because we were asleep. But while we were asleep, the earth was revolving and turning, and as it kept turning, that spot where we are that was dark or where it was night, because we're moving around, light starts to form. So just because you didn't necessarily see the change didn't mean that the change wasn't there. So in essence, what I'm saying with a sister or with sisters, period, there is a process that you should go by when you meet a guy. And I know women have needs because I remember when I wrote the blog initially on MySpace, on my MySpace page, even though they didn't respond to the blog, they would send me email messages saying, well, I don't think that's right because women got needs too. Okay, fine. A sister got needs, or a sister has her requirements. Yeah, she want to have sex too, because it is an illusion to say that a woman doesn't like to have sex or fuck just as much as a man does. The only difference is she don't have to express it like us because we come to them to get it. I can sit up in her face all day, baby, I want to lick you, I want to do this, I want to do that, until she say, yeah, okay. It's just there. And the only way I control that ass is if I knock her ass out with the date rape drug or I rape her, which is probably going to lead to jail time if she's brave enough to tell on me. So those are extreme cases, but otherwise that men don't control pussy, sisters. No. So it's like this. Being that as it is, what I've just said, you should be taking your time to get to know who the hell this guy is. What's his likes? What's his dislikes? Does he like Chinese food over Italian food? What's his favorite color? What's his whole name? What's his real name?
Is he gay?
Is he gay? That should be the first question coming out of any sister's mouth. Are you gay, or have you ever considered laying down with men. Now,